Alright everyone, my name is Solomon, better known as PCG here on YouTube, and welcome to day 7 of our journey to Platinum here in Elden Ring. Today what we're going to be doing is going along over in this direction on this side of the path, and we're going to be heading over towards where the next map piece is, as well as where the Wondrous Physic is at. What is this over here? Wait, this is a purple item. It's weird. An arterial leaf. I don't know why that spawned randomly there. Also, I never looked at the Birdseye telescope, so I want to take a look at that real fast, because this is always cool. We can kind of get a good view of what we've done. So over there is where we started, and then we've worked our way through pretty much all of this stuff over here. Something that I actually just remembered is I still haven't fought that tree sentinel over by the church in that direction, so I still should do that. Conquered these ruins. Haven't gone along any of this yet, though. And then over here is where we're headed today. All of this stuff in this direction, besides the lake, has also been conquered. So yeah, right over there is where we're headed. So let's make our way over. Something else that I did also just remember is we haven't gone back to talk to Bach within the cave, and I don't know if his questline has progressed yet. I'm not sure, but I should probably head over to him soon and talk to him. Just to be sure that we keep up with his quest line. Unless he's moved. He may have moved already. I don't know. I don't know exactly what happens with him right now. Dang it. Oh, crap. This guy with the tower shield is going to be a jerk. I'll take out these guys, this guy, just so that... Dang it, you and your tower shield and your spear. Driving me nuts. Alright. Cool. Oh yeah, those guys are hanging from the bridge, so I gotta remember when I go down there, they're gonna fall down and try to attack me. So I'm excited to head down this way. Because a lot of what we've been doing the past couple of episodes has been outside of what's even on my map, which kind of makes life a little bit difficult, just because of the fact that you're... Seriously? Stop backing up. Just because of the fact that you're working with... You're kind of working with a blind area. You're not really... You don't really know exactly where you're at and what's around you. So having the next piece of the map will be exceptional. Very excited for that. So I'm hoping we'll make it all the way down there today. Not positive that we will, but we'll do our best. Because also there's one of the churches of Marika down there, which is where the Wondrous Physic is, so I gotta get that too. Dang it, I'm stuck on him. Gonna hit me with that. Man, that does like half my health. I hate it when he just runs away. Stop running away. Yeah, I gotta swing from the other side. I'm so bad at that. Okay. Oh, those guys are jerks. So I want to make sure that within this sort of wide landscape here that I grab everything. Did you see that? How it's like sometimes the grass doesn't spawn in properly, and then as you go near it, it spawns, and I'm not sure why. It's surprising to me that that's an issue whatsoever, because playing on PS5 and it in general runs super well. I mean, it's such a robust console, but I don't know why that issue happens. I don't know if it's an issue within the game or if it's an issue with the PlayStation. But it's kind of annoying. It's not a huge deal. It's more of an annoyance than anything. But well, you know what? I haven't utilized this. I want to check this out. Ooh, that's a one and done. Nice. I need to be utilizing that. One of the things that I always kind of have to decide, but what is this? Oh, there you go. Okay. One of the things I always have to kind of decide is right now I've got the glintstone arc. So I can utilize that if I'm not on horseback because of the fact that I've got my staff in my left hand. But actually, well, you know what? Oh, that's right. You can switch. Problem solved. Because what I was going to say is, but then you can't utilize the thing to enchant your weapon. I guess just switching hands while on horseback solves that problem. See, I like that it's... see, it got both guys there, and that's what I like about this sorcery, is that it's got sort of a wide breadth if you aim properly. And now that I'm utilizing sorceries, at some point it might be a good idea to reallocate my flasks a little bit, so that I've got more. So I've got more of the Cerulean Tears for my FP. But I don't right now. I still feel like with the way that I've been playing thus far, I feel like having 4 Crimson Flasks is probably a better option for me. Just because I'm noticing, even just during... I feel like especially during boss fights, I'm running out of flasks for healing. And kind of getting... like, I get to the end of the boss fight with no health left. Which is fine. But... it'd be nice to not get to the point where, like, I'm fully out of health. So maybe reallocating isn't the best idea right now. Nice. Alright. And we'll work our way back up on the other side of the path in a few minutes, too. But as usual, I just figured it was probably best to start with this side. That way we don't miss anything. And we'll go back up. And actually, there's a shack up here that I can grab a Site of Grace at, so maybe we'll head up there and grab that too. I hate when those spawn on the edge. I always feel like I'm going to walk off while I break it. Alright, so we got to go over there, and there's that pack of wolves over there that we'll deal with later. Yeah, so let's run up here, grab this Site of Grace. There's a painting up here too that I can grab. Site of Grace. Nice. I'm not going to rest right now. I don't really think I need to. Just got the Homing Instinct painting. Open up the inventory again. Driving me nuts. Or open up the map instead of the inventory. Where does it put the... oh, wait. It actually might be all the way at the end. Yeah. Homing Instinct painting. Work of wandering artist. Reminiscent of a painting titled Homing Instinct. This painting is said to have captured the landscape scene during the last moments of those welcomed into death's embrace. The soul of the painter and vestiges of the dead's last moments can be discovered by visiting the location depicted even now. So that, I think is a spot we've already been to. I'm not totally sure. Regardless, we'll get there eventually. But that might be the spot depicted there. Might be a spot we've already been to. So this is a whole section that I'm going to wait to do, but at least I've got the Grace. So we'll go back this way, and let's work our way up the other side of the path real fast, clear that out. and then head down in the direction of the map and the physic. And up that way we'll go later on when we come back to the artist's shack. Just that way we kind of do everything in sections, keep it all together. I like to play very organized. I'm an organized type of Elden Ringer. Crap, I'm getting stuck on things. So yeah, so let's work our way back up this side of the path real fast. I don't know. There's probably, I don't think there's really anything on this side. But I'd rather run it real fast just to see. It's probably kind of just random materials. A lot of times, because of the fact that I try to collect everything, including all the materials in the landscape, I end up with so much Roa by the end of the game. I think at one point in one of my saves, I had, I think on you, once you can carry 999. So I think I had 999 on me, and then I ended up filling up my chest with 999 as well. I had so many Roa because of how overly thorough I try to play. I was watching a video the other day talking about the making of Elden Ring, and I just find that Miyazaki, the creative director of all of these games, of Dark Souls, of Bloodborne, of Sekiro, I feel like it's pretty incredible to me the way that, yes, like he's got an incredible team. He's got awesome game developers on his team, awesome programmers, awesome animators. I mean, no man is an island. So credit should be given to all of them. But the fact that he's so hands-on with that surprised me, with the creation of these games, and puts so much thought into every detail. That's what I love about these games so much, and that's why these games captivate you so well. And sure, they're not for everybody. I know no game or franchise is something that everyone's going to enjoy. But I love these games because of how in-depth they are, and because of the way that, like, I love the way that the stories are hidden. It's sort of an unconventional storytelling method within games. But I think that's what I like about it. The fact that your hand is just never held. Even in Elden Ring, even though I feel like Elden Ring is a much more accessible game for people who don't necessarily want to deal with just ridiculously punishing throughout the entire game. I mean, there's ridiculously punishing aspects of this game. But at the same time, you've got options to sort of make life easier on yourself, like utilizing ashes, summoning the ashes in and stuff, making things a little easier, which is cool because it makes the game more accessible. So going on a tangent here, but all that to say, yes, the games can be difficult. Yes, they're not for everybody, but I think the reason why they captivate so many people is because of the fact that they're so in-depth. There's so much to explore, and Elden Ring is definitely the largest game, just in terms of sheer amount of content and lore and just stuff to discover. It's definitely the largest game that FromSoft has ever come out with, and it's incredible. And I think that Miyazaki, he's got a very creative mind. And the fact that George R.R. Martin was part of creating the lore and the story and stuff like that behind this game, that's pretty cool too. I'm not a Game of Thrones fan, never watched it. Not really a fan of George R.R. Martin in general, not just because I'm not familiar with his work, but having him part of this and creating the story and creating the world really elevated the game. Because the stories are great in all of FromSoft's games, but I think having that extra mind really added to things for this game, which is cool. Alright, so we got this site of grace down here, and what I'm thinking, so let's do this. Let's go ahead, I think, and head into the woods to grab the map, because then we can kind of see what we're doing here. We're not playing blind anymore. And the Wondrous Physic is down that way, so hopefully we can head down there too. Let me see. Do I have any? I do. So let's use these. I might be able to get 1 level. I'm not sure. Yeah, that should be enough for 1. So let's go into... So my strength is real low right now. But obviously I'm trying to go Dex. I feel like maybe we should put something into Faith soon too, but I don't know. I just need I need levels in everything. So let's throw some into Faith. Because I'm definitely going to get to some stuff soon where I'm going to want those Faith levels for things. So all up there on that side we're good. That stuff's done. Right up there at those ruins. So let's start to work our way into the woods, I guess. And I don't want to go super thorough with the woods quite yet. I mostly just want to get to where the map is, I think. Gold-tinged excrement. These areas in these games... FromSoft always has their like signature type areas where you've got like shaded woods like this. And these, like, it's cool and all, but it's one of those things that, to be honest, kind of drives me a little bit nuts. And I've got to be real cautious here because I know there's a lot of massive bears. Right over there is where the map is. So like I said, we'll go more thoroughly through these woods later. I just really right now want to focus on working our way over to the map. So I want to be able to see what I'm doing. And I think, and see, these little bears are nothing. Okay, you've got to stop that. Like, seriously. Yeah, they're 3-hit kills. So they're not a problem. But the big bears... definitely not fun. And yeah, I think right by where the map is, there's a big bear hanging out. You're just gonna stand? Oh, that's what you're gonna do. Dang it, what am I... playing like a turd again. There you go. Alright, so let's sneak. Try to avoid this bear. Grab some excrement with my bare hands. Ha! Bare hands, get it? So I don't think he'll see me. As long as I keep crouching. Nice. Alright, we got that. So now, let's go back to the Mistwood Outskirts. Alright, so now that we've got the map, we've got a little better idea of what we're working with. So this section over here, this is done, gone through up to about probably here, because we've got the artist shack, but I didn't really explore all this surrounding stuff. Hey, what are you barking at? Alright, sorry about that. Charles had a barking fit. I don't know what he heard. So, yes, we've done this, worked our way down to here. Got the artist shack, but I haven't explored everything up there. So let's work our way down this way. So maybe we'll go all along the outskirts, down towards here. And this actually, I mean, even though, what was that, a Limgrave West map, that gives us part of the landscape of Caelid, just from that map. So that's super nice. Kind of gives us an idea of what we're headed towards. So, yeah, we're going to work our way along this side of the path now. And I guess we'll kind of go all along the outskirts of the Mistwoods, and kind of not venture too far in, because then we can kind of do the entire Mistwood environment all at once later on. I guess technically I'm sort of in the Mistwoods because everything's getting misty. What did I just... I thought I saw an item on the ground over here. Maybe this was what caught my eye. So I think we will be able to make it all the way over to the church today, which is good because we're not super far into this episode. So yeah, we'll make it all the way over to the church, be able to grab the Wondrous Physic, which is nice. I will be glad to have that, even though I don't know what I'll even be able to utilize it for at the moment, because I don't have any of the teardrops. But maybe, I don't know, maybe when you get it, maybe you get your first teardrop. I can't remember. So we'll see. It's interesting that the summon sign shows up here.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Haight, servant to the true.
You're not that great. Dude's full of himself. Now, you want to talk about greatness? Talk about Xylorun. Look at this woman just killing boars from horseback. Incredible. Incredible feat. Kenneth Haight doesn't even know what's headed towards him right now. The future Elden Lord. So we'll go up and talk to him. I'm just grabbing all the stuff along here real fast. And it's kind of annoying that he starts his dialogue over every time you walk near him. All right, we get it. We get it. We get it.
You've come to lend me your aid, have you?
Yes.
Well, that's very kind, but no. The help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished.
Oh, so you're a racist.
Appearance's nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Haight. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool, and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood.
Is Tarnished a race, or is it more of like a nationality or ethnicity? I don't know. Regardless, you're a jerk.
What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye?
He is such a
My
jerk.
fort lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. Take it back for me. Oh, I see. You wish to know the reward. Fret not. The great Kenneth Haight is known for his considerable largesse. The celebrations will be lavish indeed upon the dawn of my fort's retrieval. Yes. Now, allow me to furnish you with a little advice. I would take great care to avoid Godric's tarnished hunts were I in your shoes. That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing tarnished like you for the sake of grafting. Honestly, Godric's nothing more than a jumped-up country bumpkin. Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots rather than die like a man. Has he no shame, the big girl's blouse? And to think, he's the blood of Godfrey, last of the golden lineage. Though you almost wouldn't know it to look at him. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it. What are you waiting for? My fort
Okay, I think that's all of his dialogue.
What are you waiting for? My fort lies...
Okay. So his fort that we're headed towards for his quest line is over here. But we'll probably end up doing all the Mistwood stuff first before heading over there. So we'll wait on that. He really is. I know he's like a nobleman or whatever, but he really is a jerk. I feel like out of all of the NPCs in this game, he's got one of the most oddly animated faces. It looks very like flat. I feel like there's not a lot of detail or something. I don't know. It's hard to really even tell what he looks like for some reason. Alright, let's go underneath here. And take out everything that's under here. I mean, again, the summon sign popped up, so I don't know. Is there more... Are there more down here than I remember? I mean, there's... Well, yeah, I guess there's definitely a lot of guys here. See what happens. How many can I hit with this? Oh, dang! That does a lot. Wow. That is sweet. I did not know you could hit that many. This is... I always knew that I loved this sorcery, but... Oh, where did you come from? Wonder if I could get a bunch of them lined up again. Well, they're kind of all spread out, so I'm not even going to worry about that. That's super nice. This sorcery is way better than I thought it was. Because I knew it was good, but didn't know it was that good. They always take the time to like do their battle cry before charging at you, but just leaves them open. Gives you time to crush their skull beneath your flail. See, I love how the daylight cycle affects things. The fact that those have now spawned, now that it's nighttime, is so cool. It just adds so much to the level of exploration and just the way that the environment changes based on day and night. It's so cool. And pull out my torch, because it's a wee bit hard to see. So we've talked a considerable bit, I would say, throughout the last few days about Xylorun and her family. But I feel like we haven't touched on it. We didn't really touch on it at all yesterday. So I figured it might be a good idea to sort of recap some of the stuff that we've learned about her. So again, Xylorun is from the land of Garum, and her parents are both tarnished. When Godfrey was was banished. Her parents embarked on the Long March along with the rest of the Tarnished, and Xylorun's mother, during the Long March, became pregnant and gave birth to Xylorun. But we talked a couple episodes about how, we talked a couple episodes ago about how Xylorun's mother eventually came in contact with the Decay, which is an ethereal being that silently roams the earth and does seemingly all it can to avoid all other living creatures. But Xylorun's mother came into contact with the Decay, and she came into contact with it in a much more direct way than anyone had been previously known to be able to. And of course, she didn't do it on purpose. But coming into that close of proximity to it caused her to begin to slowly lose her mind. And that was that she came in contact with the Decay very shortly after giving birth to Xylorun. So her mind early on in Xylorun's life was, we don't even need that, was already falling apart. And it eventually took the life of her mother as she went more and more mad. Eventually took the life of her mother right around the time Xylorun was 2, so very early on in her life. Oh, you can kill them in one hit with the torch. That's nice. So that kind of recaps what we know about Xylorun thus far. She's got a very interesting history. Let's go ahead and head into the church now that we're here. The Third Church of Marika. Alright, so is this... So we've got... Oh, so we do get some tiers here. So Crimson Crystal tier and the Flask. Nice. So we got both of those. And then what is this item? Oh, nice. Okay. I didn't know there was a sacred tier here too. Alright. So let's get all that set up. So Flasks, increase amount replenished. Nice. Okay, cool. So that's super nice. We got +1 on the Flasks now. I'm still going to keep 4 and 1. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm using magic or FP enough right now to warrant that. Well, let's talk to Melina too.
Spoken echoes linger here, words of Queen Marika, who vanished long ago. If you wish, I will share them with you. Very well. In Marika's own words, my lord, and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Well, perhaps that might serve you in lieu of a maiden's guidance.
Interesting. So that's sort of referring to the Long March that Xylorun's parents embarked on. Alright, let's mix the Wondrous Physic. So I've only got 1 tier right now, so it restores half of total HP in Mixed Physic. And we can add another thing in there once we have more tiers. And there's a lot of tiers to find, so... Cool. I'm going to sort my chest real fast because I think there's a couple things I'd like to throw into the chest. We can go ahead and throw that in there, and honestly, we might as well throw all of the... Well, I'm going to have to unequip that first. Let me unequip that, because we can throw all the ashes into the chest since I'm not utilizing them. And let's put this... the telescope on the bottom of my pouch now. Yeah, so I guess we'll kind of keep the ashes in the chest since I'm not planning on really utilizing them for the most part. Also, I think, yeah, there's a couple put these... Well, I've got 4 falchions. Let's put some of those in there. Just to kind of keep my inventory clean a little bit. And that's strength 16. I still don't think I'll probably end up utilizing that. Go ahead and put the shields in there. I don't need those. I like to keep like 1 of each thing in my inventory, even if it's something I'm not going to use a lot of times, like armor-wise, because then I get the chance to sort of read the lore if I decide that I want to, which is kind of nice. All right, let's go take care of the big ugly out here. And up there leads us towards Caelid, so we're kind of close to that area, even though it'll still be a bit before we actually go towards it. Oh, he's gonna see me. Oh, I got the bleed on him, nice. I wasn't sure if I was gonna dodge that or not. Oh, very nice. Get that stagger. Right in the face. Got him before he could even fully get his sword out. And I think that guy, I think he's technically a little bit stronger than the other ones we've fought so far. I think there's a transport gate back there. But we'll wait to look at that, I think. Because I think that transport gate might take me to somewhere in Caelid, which wouldn't be a bad thing. I'd be able to get the Site of Grace near there. But I'm going to sort of look at the church as the edge of my exploration for right now, and not really go past it. We'll wait. Wait, that's... I wanted, yeah, there we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, so we won't really go past the church for the time being. We'll kind of move our way back up this way. I already fought all the guys under here. Oh, you know, I thought that there was an up right there, but I think we actually have to go up onto the ruins to be able to get to that upper area. This big guy right here. Yeah, so we do, yeah, so you can't access it from right here, it looks like. So we'll have to go up on those ruins when we want to look at the area up there. Or, well, actually, that's where the artist shack is, but... Man, having the torch out is actually not a bad idea when on horseback at nighttime, because I mean, not only does it light things, but a lot of these small enemies / creatures you can just take out with the torch, which is nice. Great dragonfly head. I don't really know exactly what the difference is between the green dragonflies and the regular ones. Get a taste of your own medicine, torch guy. Man, it's crazy we're in such low level areas right now that you can kill those guys in 2 hits with your torch. Okay, I think we're almost to the top of this side of the path, but still a few things to look at here. Man, there's a lot of dragonflies around here. And they're pretty much just as annoying is their regular, like, gray colored counterparts. Aren't the other? I think the other ones are gray. They're all just as annoying as each other, though. Spinning circles around you. Taunting you. Oh yeah, so these ruins, actually, I don't think I've looked at these yet. I'm gonna get out my actual weapon, though, since I've got a few guys here to take care of. Oh my goodness, can't even hit them. There you go. Dang it. Heal real fast. Ooh, man, just having the flask at +1. Well, there's still one alive. That made a big difference in terms of... What is he... Oh, he's just glitching in there. Okay. Yeah, that made... Already, having the flask at +1, that made a big difference in how much health it restores. I didn't think it would be as noticeable as it was. I was kind of low, and it took me all the way back up to full. And then once we're up to like, I think highest you can get is maybe +12 with the flasks. And that, my friends, gives you some serious health boost with one swig of the flask. Is this a whole other... Wait. Yeah, it is, because the lower one is what I... Yeah, down there is where I was at before. I keep thinking that I'm missing stuff. Man, look at that. I love that you can see some of the planets in the sky. Okay, so those were those ruins. We did those. And I think we're just about... Oh, this guy's patrolling. I didn't know he would come all the way down here. Yeah, so we're pretty much back up to where we've already seen at this point. Stop running away from me. That hurt a lot. Your horse is almost dead, pal. What you gonna do? That's what you're gonna do. Gotcha. Whew, he almost got a swing in. No such luck, though, for Mr. Dismounter Man. Yeah, and then these ruins we already kind of took a look at. All right, so that pretty much covers this whole area. Oh, you know what I should do real fast is utilize this. Just take out everybody at once. That guy's running away. Sir. Ha! I love that so much. That's so cool. Yeah, so that pretty much covers everything along here. So we got the map, the Wondrous Physic. So I think that's going to do it for today. Next episode, maybe what we'll do is work our way up through some of this stuff, kind of this whole open area here, along with where the artist shack is along this ridge. So anyway, that's going to wrap us for today. Thank you for checking out this episode. If you enjoyed it, please interact with the video by leaving a like, comment, a subscription. I would appreciate that highly. So thank you for checking out this episode, and I will talk to you tomorrow.